How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be explaining how to prepare for the Season 4 Team Affinities in MLB The Show 21. So let's go ahead and hop into it. Now, in the last video I talked about my investments during the flash sale. I have now sold all of those Home Run Derby cards that I purchased because I'm ready to prepare for the Season 4 Team Affinities that it will be released on September 10th. We're a couple days away from that. We have a couple of key factors to keep in mind as well. And there is some upside to investing in live series gold cards, as well as silver cards, and even bronze cards. If we take a look at this, shout out to Showdown. These are the amount of exchanges per card overall that you need in order to complete those exchange missions. And these missions I'm referring to are based off of the Season 3 Team Affinities. And we would expect to see maybe the same type of tiers, right? Exchanges 1, 2, 3, and 4, maybe even exchange number 5. So that could also affect the amount of cards necessary. But I am ready to go ahead and invest in live series gold cards. I'm looking for 84, 83 overall players, and I'm trying to pick up specific cards from each division. This is an opportunity to make stubs if you have a lot and you invest in a bunch of gold cards and have pretty good timing when selling them, because these cards are going to fluctuate on September 10th, potentially September 11th and 12th. These cards are going to fluctuate up and down in price, but as you can see, we're going through a simulated version of me flipping these cards essentially over time. And I'm selling a lot of my Home Run Derby cards at the same time. I think I was able to make about 350, around 400,000 stubs off of my 450,000, 500,000 stub investment. So we weren't able to double up stubs, but we were able to make about 4 to 5K per flip of each of those Home Run Derby cards. And I'll certainly take that. I'm investing in 83, 84 overall gold cards from each division. And we also have some upside to this, right? There is some upside and some potential downside because we will have a roster update this upcoming Friday, and that will determine whether or not, some of these cards get downgraded, upgraded to diamond, and we have a little bit of a chance there to hit on one of those investments. But at the same time, the last time I did this in preparation for Season 3 Team Affinity, I purchased a bunch of Jeff McNeil cards, 84 overall gold from the Mets, and then he got downgraded to an 80 or an 81 overall during the roster update right before Season 3 Team Affinities released. So keep that in mind, and I'm trying to pick up some players that have, had some pretty good monthly award cards or some Tops Now cards like Yasmani Grandal. I'm also trying to pick up a lot of Tim Anderson cards, JT Realmuto, who used to be a diamond, as well as Tim Anderson. I bought a lot of Trent Grisham cards because I think he could get upgraded, maybe even to an 84, right? Tim Anderson might not necessarily get to a diamond again, but he could get upgraded to an 84. That would increase his exchange value and his value on the community market because some people may go ahead and invest in that card to try and make some stubs. I don't typically invest in players, especially for roster updates, but there is some upside to investing in a couple of these players. Yasmani Grandal recently got a Tops Now card, and he could get upgraded. A couple of these other cards like Avisail Garcia, they could get downgraded, but I do need gold cards from each specific division. So even if they get downgraded a little bit, I figured buying them for 1,070 stubs or under 1,050, I'm not really making that much of a risk. And we're going to go ahead and finish up this fast-forwarded market flipping technique and go ahead and take you through some buy now and sell now orders, because I was able to buy a lot of these Salvador Perez cards, Home Run Derby cards, Lou Brock cards, for pretty cheap, $9,900, some for $9,750, Lou Brock for like $6,600, and then I'm flipping these cards for 16, 17, 15,000 stubs, and then some Lou Brock cards for around 10,000 stubs later on in these screenshots, and these orders are going through very quickly, and the cards that I'm selling are definitely going to go up in price, but I don't have the stubs to buy the gold cards, right? I could wait a little bit, make a few thousand more stubs on the Home Run Derby cards, but I want to prepare for the Season 4 Team Affinities that are right around the corner. And I don't have a ton of time to be playing Showdown and everything, so even if I don't make a ton of stubs with this, at least I'll be able to complete all of the exchanges. I've done this in the past, and I've done a lot of the exchanges within the Team Affinities this year probably, exchanged close to 1 million stubs worth of players, depending on when I would sell those cards, right? I mean, these cards could triple in price, or at least some of them. I know JT Realmuto is already, 2,800 stubs on the market. I could almost double up my stubs by selling those cards. I'm not sure if he, hit a home run or something today, but if their inside edge is up over the next couple of days, we have Team Affinity 4 coming out. These prices are going to fluctuate, and I think that this is a great opportunity, so I want to pass this along to everybody. But I made a lot of stubs, and I know there's people out there with, millions and millions of stubs, and they, have made maybe 3 million stubs just off of this flash sale, just off of this exchange or flipping type of tip. But this is really good for no money spent players. If you have a lot of stubs in your inventory and you made a lot of stubs with the flash sale, you want to try and load up, several golds, different players to have potential upgrades, as well as just to have ready to go to flip once these exchanges happen. Because there are a lot of people out there that don't know. It's on the schedule, but they still don't know that this is coming. And we can take advantage of that. We can flip these cards, make stubs from people that aren't necessarily prepared. But I was buying this Kendall Graveman card for, 1,700, 1,800 stubs, and now he's almost going for 3,000. He could get upgraded to a diamond. If he does, I might sell those cards and then maybe exchange these Anthony Rendon cards. But I really think the Mariners could get a really good player. I was predicting, Ken Griffey Jr., and I put a video out there already talking about my predictions. And I think we have a great opportunity for a lot of amazing diamonds and, maybe a mix between live series, legends, different types of series. Maybe it's all one series again. I don't know. I think they might mix it up a little bit, but this is what I'm talking about. I mean, you saw me putting the orders up for 1,600 stubs for this JT Realmuto. Now he's going for 28. Avisel Garcia is playing down, so sometimes the inside edge can give a tell on whether the card's going to get upgraded or downgraded. And obviously that's not the case sometimes as well, but it can also give you a preview on what the card needs to get that next upgrade, and that's kind of why I'm investing in Trent Grisham. He has reverse splits, he's better against lefties, and he really probably only needs a few points extra to his contact versus right, maybe power versus right. He's got the diamond defense, he's got amazing speed, so he could get upgraded to a diamond with very minimal upgrade to his hitting attributes. But we do have an upgrade to the squad as well. I went ahead and picked up Pedro Martinez. So that's why, I don't have, the 300,000 stubs that you saw earlier. I spent about 250 on Pedro, and I could have easily purchased more gold cards. But I want to try and use that Pedro Martinez. I know his price is going to be expensive later on in the year. So I don't mind spending, maybe some of the profit that I made off of the flash sale. But that's how to prepare for Season 4 Team Affinity. I hope you enjoyed. Peace out.